listen, Democrats rightly mock Republicans for saying one thing in private about Trump and another thing publicly, right? In private, they're like, this is a disaster. He's a madman. And then they'll go and like, what a great president, an ethical president, And the thing is, but like they were doing the exact same thing about Joe Biden. To your point, they were saying a lot of these things off the record. They knew he was not up to doing the job for 4 more years. But they did not say anything, both out of fear of the consequences to their own political career. I mean, as Dean Phillips, who ran against Biden in the primary because of this issue, I think we have him saying like the first whale that spouts gets harpooned, something along those lines. Yeah. And so there was fear of the political retribution. And there was also, I think, a sincere fear that if they spoke out, it was only going to make Biden dig his heels in more. And then it was going to end up helping Donald Trump in the end.
The other thing I think it shows is like these issues of age and acuity and health in general are very sensitive ones to talk about, whether it's Ronald Reagan's Alzheimer's or any number of senators or members of the House. Look, I mean, honestly, do you know that in the last, I think, 13 or 14 months, I think there are 5 or 6 House Democrats who have died in office and in office, not just like having recently been in office. They were in office and they died. And there just isn't, people are polite about these issues because of the sensitive nature of them. There's nothing more personal. But when it comes to public service, at the same time that you are battling an illness or dying or old or ailing or infirm or whatever, there are questions to be brought up. For politicians, it was still something that was very difficult for them to talk about publicly. Only one Democratic senator called for Joe Biden to drop out. Only one Democratic governor called for Joe Biden to drop out, and maybe a few dozen House Democrats, but it wasn't the entire Democratic Party saying it publicly. It was the entire Democratic Party almost saying it privately. But still, these issues are so sensitive, and people look at the incentive structure in the political world does not reward courage.